Hello guys and girls, Voices from the Dark here. Welcome back to more Steins Gate. As night fell, we tried to activate the phone wave, name subject to change, again, but as expected, the discharge did not occur. Jan. Mayuri is at her sewing machine, putting some finishing touches on a costume. She got back earlier this evening, after delivering a different costume to her friend Fubuki-chan. She's been working on this costume ever since. Come to think of it, she usually heads home around 7 or 8, but today she's still hard at work. Mayuri, go home before it gets too late. Your parents will worry.
It's okay. I'm gonna stay the night.
Really? She's never done that before.
Yep, I already told Mom and Dad.
Are you staying to work on your costume?
It won't be done in time for Komima if I don't.
I'm surprised your parents let you stay. Me too. In a lab with two perverts. I've met her parents any number of times. They're as ditzy as Mayuri. Really? That's cool. But still, I don't think they'd appreciate their underage daughter staying overnight in this dirty lab. Yeah. It must be my overwhelming charisma. No, wait, that makes me sound like a good person, so that can't be it. Of course, Mayuri's parents are so afraid of my insanity that they sent me their only daughter as a hostage. Reported. Kurisu calls out from the development room. Oh, okay, so it was supposed to be more like, reported! Okay, more like that. I thought she was like standing behind us to bust us or something. Ferris. Komima, is Mayushi okay? Tell her to have fun at Komima for me. I don't think I can go this year, Nyan. I just don't have the energy, Nyan. I completely burned out. I can hear her voice shouting, "Get up, Joe, Nyan. Someone save me. The world is collapsing, Nyan." What happened? Is the organization attacking? Oh, Ferris. Ferris. She's been tinkering with the phone wave, named subject to change, but I guess she was listening. What would you do if I called the cops on you? I unleash my right arm on traitors, Christina. Yeah, Chunibyo, whatever.
I told Mom and Dad that Christian would be here. Then they said okay.
Wait, so I have to stay too?
Yep. Don't you have to work on the phone wave?
I guess, but I don't relish the thought of spending a night here. At least, not with a certain somebody around. Sleepover time? Environment matters, Christina. Excuse me. This is a place of science and research, so you should have no trouble concentrating on your work. Trust the great Hoyoyin Kiyuma. Also, it may surprise you to learn that I have equipped this lab with a system that stimulates brain function. So if you were wondering where my incredible genius comes from, now you know. It's because I sleep in this room every night. This stimulation system of yours, I assume it's been dumping toxic waste in your brain? You sound like an environmentalist, zombie.
Mayushi knows. You're talking about that, right?
Kurisu comes out of the development room to check what Mayuri is pointing at. This air freshener?
Okurin said the smell makes you smarter. He bought it at a Kibao. When was that?
About 6 months ago. It was on sale for 500 yen. I'm starting to think even you don't believe the stuff you say. And besides, this air freshener is empty. Yeah, when I went to buy replacement packs, they'd already stopped selling them. Well, whatever. I was planning to stay either way. I'll join you, Mayuri-san.
Really? That's great.
On one condition, Okabe leaves. Me leave? I practically live here. This lab was promised to me by Steins Gate. It's a dwelling place of my soul. We girls are staying here overnight, so you filthy boys need to show respect. Your home isn't even far from here, right?
Okurin lives close to Mayushi, in Ikebukuro.
Why, that's less than 30 minutes by train. Anyway, I'm not gonna need your help tonight, so just go home like a good boy, okay? But I refuse. What? Are you planning to molest us? What? Shut up, Mongolian spot! And motorcycle. I don't have a Mongolian spot. And when did you see my butt anyway? I can't leave 2 young girls here alone. Minors need guardians.
But Okurin's a minor too.
I'll be 20 in less than a year and a half. Wow. In other words, Steins has decided that I am an adult.
I'm pretty sure that makes you a minor just like us. Christian? I don't think Okurin would do anything bad. I mean, we've been together for more than 10 years and he hasn't molested me once. Yay! But he took you hostage, didn't he? Yep. Actually, I'm still his hostage. We should kick him out of the room.
That was the sound I was looking for. I sigh deeply and place a hand on my forehead. You disappoint me, Christina. This lab is a place of science. We are above such petty concerns as sex. If you must speak of these vulgarities, then I'll have to ask you and your Mongolian spot to leave. Looks like that was enough to convince Kurisu. She gives me a fine gesture as she returns to the development room. So Christina really does have a birthmark on her
No!
Oh man. After working on the phone wave, named Subject to Change, for about an hour, I head to a convenience store to buy dinner. Dora hasn't shown his face at all today. He must be busy with that part-time job, sorry about that. I still don't know what he's doing exactly. When did he get a part-time job? Probably something that utilizes his super hacker skills. I just hope he steers clear of the law. While walking, I skim a channel on my phone. Teeter hasn't shown up lately. I think it's been a week since his last appearance. I've been reluctant to contact him ever since he called me the Messiah in his last email. That was about the same time he stopped posting. Now channel's denizens are busy slandering Teeter. The majority opinion is that he ran away. I wonder where Teeter went. I tried emailing him the other day, but he hasn't replied. His disappearance is especially worrying now that I think he might be Susua's dad. I need to contact him somehow. Just then, a mail arrives. Oh no, that's the same number.
That's the wrong no. Actually, it's the same number.
Oh shit.
What? Oh my god, what?
That's freaky. It feels as if a cold hand stroked my spine. I hug myself, shuddering at the sight. I delete the email immediately. It's happening again. This is bad. Really bad. This is a threat. Was it sent by the organization? By CERN? Does CERN know what we've been doing? Should I report it to the police? Wait, I can't. I just deleted it. In any case, a picture alone probably isn't enough to get the police involved. Still, maybe I should talk to someone. But who? Not the girls. I can't worry them with this. I'm the adult here after all. What about Moeka? No, she may be a labman, but she's been acting weird lately. Even if I tell her about this, she won't be any use. Susua has her father to worry about. Ferris? I guess that leaves Daru. I need to find out whether CERN has discovered our hacking. What would CERN do if they did find out, I wonder? They wouldn't have us killed, would they? Despite my efforts to convince myself that this is just a prank, my feet hurry me back to the lab. I burst into the lab, gasping for air, and quickly locked the door behind me. Finally, I can catch my breath. But just then, I realize that something's wrong. Mayuri and Kurisu aren't here. Did they go home? No, their bags are still here. The lights are still on. The door. When I entered just now, it was unlocked. Would they be so careless? The memory of that threatening email fills me with fear. Don't tell me. Were they kidnapped? Who took them? The organization? CERN? Oh, ooh la la, and then I hear a noise. Is that the shower? The lab has a shower inside the dressing room. There's no bath, we can't afford such luxuries, and it's too small to fit more than one person inside. Now I hear the sound of water running.
But why are both of them gone? Are they showering together? Oh, they're double shower. Oh no. I recall the famous scene from Hitchcock's Psycho. The famous shower scene. Just for those of you who didn't get it by the name. No! Fresh blood mixing into the water and flowing down the drain. The corpses of two girls sprawled out naked on the tile. The second those images flashed through my head, I slam open the door to the shower room. Is everyone okay? Oh! I hope nobody's watching. I think I'm safe. What? I knew it! I was right! I called it! So, okay, let's just continue before we get blocked here on YouTube. Yeah! Oh, what are you doing? I honestly didn't think this anime was... I mean, this visual novel was gonna stoop to these levels, but it has happened. Yeah! No peeking, Okurin! Through the steam, I see the wet, naked bodies of the two girls. I did get legitimately scared there for a moment. We were gonna find some of the girls in the shower dead, but I prefer this one. Thumbnail, shut up. Mayuri squats down while Kurisu bashfully twists her body, trying desperately to hide her unmentionables. Are their faces red because of the heat, or... Ah, you're still alive. I wiped the cold sweat off my brow. Whew. Don't scare me like that. What are you guys doing packed up into that tiny shower anyway? Kurisu shoots me a deadly glare. Get out, you perv! Whoa! I dodge a bar of soap aimed at my face, then quickly flee the dressing room. Well, I suppose that was all my fault. Mayuri is sad. I feel kinda dirty. You're gonna regret this! I'll never forgive you! Damn it. It was just a small misunderstanding. I mean, why the hell did they decide to take a shower together when they knew I was coming right back? It's like they wanted to be seen. Kurisu especially. After all that talk about not wanting to spend the night with me around, she sure dropped her guard awfully fast. You're just lucky it was me who walked in on them. What if it had been the organization? And why would they shower together? They need to get serious. We're fighting for our lives here. By the way, I didn't see a Mongolian spot on Kurisu's butt. Naturally. What the... She's gonna be so... Oh, the cursor's there, sorry. She's gonna be so pissed. Anyway, how much longer are they going to shower? Looking at the clock, it's already been more than 15 minutes since I got back. They were yelling at me a few minutes ago, but now I hear laughter and happy squeals coming from the shower. Oh. Oh. Sounds like they're having a good time. They get along almost like sisters. Wow, Christian, you're so slim. But Mayuri, your breasts are so big. I'm jealous. We are in Daru's fantasy right here. They're checking each other out, aren't they? In my head, I call up the memory of what I saw in the shower. Wet hair, beads of water glistening on their soapy skin, round, full treasures hidden by a conveniently placed steam. I put my phone to my... Oh, sorry. I put my phone to my ear. It's me. We have a problem. I'm under attack from the Mongolian Spot and Ditsy Sisters. They're going directly after my sanity. A bold move against the insane mad scientist Hoyun Kyuma. This is the strongest offensive I've encountered so far. I realize now that vulnerability itself can be a powerful weapon. They're pulling out all the stops, and I don't think my pants can... Your pants. Given to the temptation? Nonsense. I could never do that. They're fellow lab members, my loyal assistant and my childhood friend. Must I? Is it truly the will of Steins Gate that I give in? That I raise my hand against my closest companions? If so, then how cruel the fates be! Psi Congru! After a moment to collect myself, I put away my phone. I need some air. Good choice, Okurin. 2 days have passed since Kurisu Mayuri came to stay. During that time, Daru and I have done our best to support Kurisu's work on the phone wave, name subject to change.
According to Daru, it should be easy to use the LHC to generate black holes for our use. The black holes form at the proton collision point, where the lifter is installed, and exist for only a few seconds before evaporating. During those few seconds, CERN throws a human into the singularity. We'll use those few seconds too. The gravity of the black hole compresses matter to infinite density. CERN uses the lifter to keep the compression under control, but we don't want that. We're going to dial CERN's lifter down. Not so much that it endangers the world, of course, but enough to compress our memory data to under 36 bytes.
CERN's lifter. And from the YouTube footage, it was something floating in the... I have a theory that the satellite... is the satellite CERN's lifter, maybe? Don't tell me. It could be. It's my theory right now. So whenever I come up with a theory, you don't have to prove me right or prove me wrong. You just have to keep watching and watch as I either fail or jump in joy.
Yeah. Daru's been coding the necessary program. As for me, I've been searching for our lifter, the unknown device that pumps electrons into the phone wave, named Temperature Change, and keeps our black hole open, because CERN would never go out and admit that, yeah, that's our satellite, because nobody wants to know what they're doing. But then again, would it be that much of a... Kurisu couldn't find anything that could serve as a lifter inside the microwave, so it must be something on the outside. We're not sure what that could be, and so far we have no idea where to start looking. Yesterday I consulted Daru about that threatening email.
Or the satellite is a lifter for the phone wave.
But Daru insisted that there's no way CERN could have discovered his hacking yet. Of course I had him doubly sure we hadn't been tracked. His test came back clean. I understand he's confident in his skills, and I trust him. If Daru says they haven't found out, then they haven't. But somehow, knowing that does not ease my anxiety. It's Friday.
Oh, Friday the 13th, huh?
And although we still haven't solved the lifter problem, Kurisu is just about done with the time leap machine.
Let's see. Oh, so there's only one new one. Summer plans. Have you gone to any festivals or fireworks show this summer? Maybe you have plans to go with Mayuri-chan later. P.S. I did 22 practice swings with Samidare. Wow. Mayuri.
I don't know Mayuri's plans, but I'm pretty sure she's busy preparing for a different sort of festival soon to take place in Ariake. Naturally, that means it's time for her to give me something else to worry about.
For the final adjustments, we need to use the phone wave.
I groan. In other words, we have to cause the electrical discharge phenomenon. There's a risk involved. A risk called Mister Braun. As we know, the discharge phenomenon causes the entire building to shake. Last time, Mr. Braun threatened to raise our rent if it happened again. Kurisu and Daru look at me. It's up to you, Okurin.
Take care of it.
In other words, you're sending me to die.
Your sacrifice will allow us to complete the time leap machine.
Besides, you're always the one who talks to the boss for us. Well, maybe it's time for you to put your lives on the line.
I can't. That girl who works here hates me.
Fine. But hear this. I will not die. Like the immortal phoenix, I will return, no matter how many times it takes. With that said, I head down to handle things with Mr. Braun.
That's my name again is Mr. Braun. Don't die, okay?
As I pass through the lounge, Mayuri looks up from her costume to see me off. I'll try. When I step into the store...
Oh, maybe because Ney is here, he'll be in a better mood. I'm not sure.
When I step into the store, Mr. Braun, Susua, and the Chipmunk are watching some comedy shows on the massive 42-inch CRT. Watching TV at noon without a customer in sight. Looks like business as usual at the Braun Tube workshop.
Sup, Bokabu Rintaro?
I raise my hand in response to Susua's greeting. The Chipmunk, Ney, quickly hides behind her father when she sees me. I see you're as busy as ever. Okabe, buy our CRT. No thanks, I'm not some kind of retro TV otaku. I'd rather buy an LCD. I look around the store as I answer. Huh, I just thought of something. Like CERN's Large Hadron Collider, the phone wave, named subject to change, must have some kind of electron feed to keep the black hole open. CERN calls this feed the lifter. Does all of the stored TVs down here play into the phone wave? Now that I think about it? We still haven't figured out what time it is, nor what could be acting as a substitute lifter in our time machine. What if our lifter is somewhere in this shop?
My life has no meaning. It's all gone now. No one will look at me. Not anymore. What can I do? Even if I shout, no one can hear. My voice can't reach the one most important to me. I walk alone through dusty grey streets, forever pounded by lukewarm rain. Such is the fate of the defeated. Still, Faris is here. Someone find me.
Get a grip. What chuny nonsense. If you want attention, come to the lab. Mayuri and I are here for you. And whatever it is, it must be in close proximity to the phone wave, named subject to change. Real name TBA. It couldn't work otherwise, and the Braun Tube workshop is located directly below the lab. Could our lifter be a CRT? You've been having a lot of girls over lately, haven't ya? Just the usual members.
I was over the other day.
Invite me next time, huh? I want to talk to some young girls for a change.
Daddy, that's dirty.
No, it isn't. It's, marketing. Yeah, I'm looking for new customers. Check out this scary looking guy trying desperately to explain himself to his daughter. Hilarious.
What do you mean for a change? You talk to me every day.
You're not young. Susu has the same age as Daru and I, which makes her older than Mayuri or Kurisu.
Did you say something, Okabe Rintaro?
Only the truth. Nay, your father is happy as long as he has you, okay?
Yep, I know, but don't say dirty things anymore, okay?
It's a promise. Then he joins pinkies with his daughter. One of his pinkies is probably her hand. Damn, Mr. Braun, you're way off character. Read the script, man. How does a guy like him produce a daughter like that? Nay, he's one of the kindest, gentlest girls I've ever met. I don't know why she's so afraid of me, though. Really? You see how it goes with any girl that comes up into your lab. Anyway, I came here to explain that the building's about to shake. How do I avoid having my head ripped off? How many more earthquakes do you think this building can handle? No, that's way... Oh, that was... Okay, I thought that was Braun mocking us, but that was us asking. That's way too obvious. An earthquake is coming. My magic eye reading Steiner has seen it in the future. Escape while you still can. Yeah, that might work.
Hey, did Shin and Mayuri stay over yesterday?
Yeah?
So, Makisa Kurisu stayed too?
Yeah, they're both upstairs.
Oh.
Susu's hostility towards Kurisu hasn't abated. And how are you doing?
Huh?
Are you feeling better?
Oh, yeah, I guess. The search continues.
Huh? What's this about, part-timer?
I'm searching for my dad. I told you before, remember?
Alright, go find your old man, Okabe. Why does he think he can boss me around? He's the man! That's why he thinks he can boss you around. Naturally. Susu is a fellow lab member. Leave it to us. Susu looks at me with a smile that shines through the gloom filling the store.
Okabe Rintaro. We're the same age, but sometimes you seem a lot older. You really know how to give people strength.
That's the first time anyone said that to me. It makes me kinda happy. Of course, I am the great Hoyoyin Kyuma!
That's...
The chipmunk cowers in terror as I unveil my madness. I can see tears pooling in her eyes. I guess my aura is just too powerful for a grade school girl to endure. I keep talking about auras. Okabe, next time you scare Nei, I'll kill you! Sorry.
Come here a sec.
Susuha takes my arm and leads me away from the Tanushis, who have gone back to watching TV.
I just want to say, be circumspect in your dealings with Makisa Kurisu.
What? Circumspect? Why can't you just say careful like a normal person? Not that I want to talk. This again? Aren't you just being paranoid?
Susuha shakes her head firmly. No. Her perniciousness has been proven. Perniciousness? Is she saying Kurisu is dangerous? There's something strange about the way Susuha is talking, and it's not just her fondness for uncommon words. There's something else. Something. Maybe she's talking like people talk in the future. Mind blown. We'll see. Her genius is a threat. At heart, she only cares about her experiments. It sounds like she's known Kurisu for a long time. Susuha's eyes are hard and her voice is as cold as ice. I can tell that she means every word she says. Listen to me. She's using you all. Makisa Kurisu is connected to CERN. What? No, that's impossible. CERN is our enemy. If Daru's hacking is discovered, I have no doubt they would do everything in their power to destroy us. How can Kurisu be connected to CERN? You're saying she's a spy? Susuha nods firmly. The credit for inventing the time machine was hers. Again, Susuha's words sound strange to my ears, but I still can't place my finger on why. Don't let your guard down. I don't believe it. I saw Kurisu's anger when she learned what CERN had been doing. She called her actions a betrayal of scientists everywhere. How can someone with such a pure love of science be connected to CERN? But what if she gets connected later on and uses the technology and knowledge she has gotten with you guys there, and she's talking about the future and not really the past? But what if what Susuha says is true? Could she be the one who sent that threatening email? Why would she do that though? I suspected Moeka, but what's the point of startling me or making me think somebody's on my case? To make me slip up and make a bad move? Oh! Yeah. Suddenly the ground starts to shake. Kurisu started the experiment? But I haven't talked to Mr. Braun yet! Damn, it's too soon! Oh, Kaba! Sure enough, veins on Mr. Braun's forehead swell in response to the shaking. How many times do I have to tell you not to shake the building? Cute girls or no, I ain't letting you off. Your rent's going up. Wait, Mr. Braun, this isn't our doing. It's an earthquake. My magic eye, reading Steiner, predicted this would happen. An earthquake? You think I'll fall for that? The shaking is more intense, knocking over a CRT. Braun Tube-chan! No! Crap, I can't talk my way out of this one. Okabe, you bastard! Mr. Braun clearly wants to snap my neck like a twig, but he elects to protect his greatest treasure, the 42-inch CRT, instead. He grabs the remote and switches it off, then grabs hold of the TV and hangs down for dear life. Dots. Dots. Oh. Is it over? Looks like it. Wait. It's over? I carefully step through the rubble and take the remote from the dazed Mr. Braun's hand. I press the red power button. The 42-inch CRT instantly comes to life. I stare at the image on the screen and smile. Exclamation point. What's wrong? Mom's gonna think I'm crazy. I've done it! I've done it! This is the lifter! It's so obvious! Why didn't I see it before? Of course, this must be the work of Steins Gate. It chose this moment for a reason. What the hell are you laughing about, Okabe? My English is even failing me. I mean, my Japanese. Shut up! You're scaring my daughter. I'm raising your rent, you hear? And you're paying for that CRT. A little silence, please, Mr. Braun. This is a most glorious moment, for I have just been chosen as the ruler of all space and time. Stars explode behind my eyes as Mr. Braun drives his fist into the top of my head. The world spins. I struggle to get a hold of my shaken brain. You dare lay hands on the great... Got something to say? Well then, Mr. Braun, put it on my tab. With that, I fly out of the workshop. Flap my wings. I rub my head. Damn! Why did you come to that conclusion that was the lifter? What was on the screen? It hurts like hell. Damn that Mr. Braun. Did he really have to crack me so hard? Maybe I should report him for assault. Thanks to his brutality, I had to make a strategic retreat. Fortunately, I did not emerge empty-handed. The extra 10,000 yen a month will hurt, but in exchange I've acquired information essential to the success of my plan. All's well that ends well. Ocarin, the building just shook. Are you okay? Mayuri and Kurisu appear in the second story window. Looks like you really are unkillable. I have seen the future, Christina. In 3 minutes you will be on your knees, praising my greatness. That's not sexual innuendo. I don't think so. I run up the stairs. 3 minutes? How could you miss something so obvious? When I tell Kurisu about the 42-inch CRT downstairs, that is her first reaction. Why are you blaming me? I'm not blaming you, I'm just disappointed that nobody, including myself, noticed. We missed the forest for the trees. To summarize, just now, when the phone wave, named subject to change, shook the building, the 42-inch CRT was on. But when Mr. Braun turned the TV off, the shaking stopped immediately. I guess it did. I just didn't really have a good sense of time there. I noticed that he turned it off, but I didn't notice that it shook. Oh! That's why we can only do it during the day, because it's only during the day that Mr. Braun has the TV on. He shuts it off in the evening. And that's why we can't do it at night. The discharge was interrupted. I put a banana in just to be sure. Nothing happened. I'm glad. We shouldn't waste food. Nobody replies to Mayuri's off-point statement. We're busy reading about cathode ray tubes on the internet. It doesn't take long before we find something interesting. A cathode ray tube has a component called an electron gun, which uses extreme heat and a strong electric field to accelerate electrons and turn them into a beam. The electron beam striking the TV screen's phosphor layer is what generates the picture. An electron gun could certainly work as a lifter. We found the answer. The electrons emitted by the 42-inch CRT are holding the phone wave's black hole open. And the discharge phenomenon is the result. So the reason we can't use the phone wave at night is because the Braun Tube Workshop's closed? The Braun Tube Workshop doesn't have especially strict business hours, but is usually open from around 11 AM to 7 PM. That matches up perfectly with my observation that the phone wave, named subject to change, only works between noon and 6 PM. The few instances it hasn't worked during that time frame can be explained by the TV being off. But how can a cathode ray tube emit such a strong electron stream? It's not about having a strong electron stream. If stronger were better, CERN would have solved the lifter problem long ago. I see, so it can't be too strong or too weak. By freak coincidence, the 42-inch CRT's electron gun appears to have exactly the right level of electron discharge. That's the only explanation. Somehow, the conditions here were perfect to create a time machine. Frankly, it's a miracle. No, Christina, not a miracle. This is the choice of Steins Gate. Rather than glare at me, as she has so many times in the past, Kurisu shoots me an exasperated smile. Whatever it is, it worked. Mayuri looks up from her costume with a question in her eyes. So, what do we have to do to complete Superphone Wave-chan? Now that we've found the cause, there's nothing left to hold us back. we can safely conclude that time leaping is possible when, and only when, that television is on.
We should probably test it, right? And there's still that final check of the phone wave to do.
You're right. Okabe?
What?
Go downstairs and turn that TV back on.
That's hilarious, Christina. Allow me to dub that. Mission impossible! I'm not going back down there. My head still hurts from last time. Next time, I doubt I'll make it out alive.
Whatever, just go already.
Kurisu orders me with a sour look. It's like I'm the assistant here.
If anyone can do it, it's you. You made an amazing discovery just now, didn't you?
An assistant, mine.
What?
Have you finally recognized my greatness as a mad scientist?
No.
Ah. Damn, that was harsh.
Oh, whoops, I was supposed to flatter him so he'd feel like going, right? Yes, you're an amazing mad scientist.
It's too late!
Anyway, now that we found the lifter, the time leap machine is 99% complete.
Kurisu's expression suddenly turned serious, but I can see the hunger in her eyes and the flush of excitement on her cheek. She knows that we stand on the threshold of a new age in science, and she cannot resist the lure of the unknown. She's a true scientist, no doubt about it.
It's your dream, isn't it? To invent a time machine.
Her dream. I never really thought about it that way. But she's right, my hands are shaking. Not from fear of Mr. Braun, but from excitement. I will become the undisputed Lord of Time. With that power, I will shatter the system, and chaos will rule the...
Okabe.
Kurisu interrupts my speech.
I wasn't asking Hoyi and Kiyuma. I was asking Okabe.
That's...
She spares me with her gaze.
I meet it head on. Ooh. After a few moments, I feel my mouth curve into a smile. I'll do it. Leave it to me. With that, I head downstairs. A cracked skull and an empty wallet are a small price to pay for science. Kurisu and Daru send me off with applause for some reason. Mayuri's the only one who looks worried, but I pat her head in reassurance.
Okay, now to explain that we gotta turn on the TV. Like, maybe we'll just be like, hey, you guys wanna watch some TV? Okay, we shouldn't really be watching TV with his daughter. And we can't watch it with Tetsuya, because then he's gonna tell her that she's slacking off.
When I get downstairs, Tetsuya and the chipmunk are sitting side by side on the bench outside.
Sup?
Nei gives me a quick bow, then hides behind Tetsuya.
That shaking upstairs put the boss in a bad mood. Nei and I are waiting it out.
Damn, now I really don't want to go in there.
Are you okay? That hit you pretty hard.
I'll have you know that my brain is more valuable than the Mona Lisa. Your father may have set humanity back 100 years by wiping out my brain cells.
Such a regrettable loss.
Tetsuya clasps her hands in solemn prayer. I'm not dead. Just my brain cells.
I'm sorry. Daddy did something bad.
Chipmunk, what a gentle heart you have. I can't believe she's Mr. Braun's daughter. I suppose I share some of the blame. Your father and I are even.
Nei smiles slightly at my words of comfort.
Now then, part-time warrior, I have a request of you. I need you to distract Mr. Braun for about 5 seconds. Tetsuya's eyes start to shine.
You mean seduce him? She flexes her bicep for some reason. Go on, touch it.
She insists, so I poke it. It's just as hard as her confidence suggests. She's probably stronger than me. But I don't understand what flexing has to do with seduction. Nobody said anything about seduction. It doesn't matter how you do it.
I'm not much of a warrior if I can't handle that. Besides, you said you'd help me search for my father, right? I'm only returning the favor.
I see. Then I'll leave it in your capable hands.
Okie dokie. Tetsuya, don't be mean to Daddy, okay? Don't worry, I won't be mean.
Indeed.
Lukaku, about Mayuri-chan. You and Mayuri-chan don't go places together? You're both lab members, and I heard you were childhood friends, so I thought... I'm sorry if I misunderstood. P.S. I did 30 practice swings with Samidare. Oh. Luka-chan. I'm open for business. I always wanted Luka to be my waifu. Now it can actually happen. I want to complain that he's the one being mean, but I just said we were even, so I refrain. Wait here, Nay. The chipmunk nods. So mean. When we enter the store, we find Mr. Braun cleaning up the pieces of the broken CRT. When our eyes meet, another vein pops on his forehead. If you came to apologize, I'll listen. But your rent's going up, understand? I'm sorry about what happened. I overreacted. As a token of apology, my lab's representative, Amana Sasua, would like to present you with a gift. Boss, get ready! With a vigorous shout, which in no way seems appropriate for seduction, Sasua whips off her jacket and... What the hell is going on?